Nevertheless, I put plenty of effort to make a nice website and explain most of the frequently asked questions. I'm still receiving emails asking for some clarification. I guess there are two reasons. One reason, when you are a small company, you are not a big brand, it's about the trust, and even such type of emails are checking response times, are we alive, how we respond. This is about the trust. And I really appreciate your emails, what is coming, and trying to answer in the best possible way. A second category of customers, they are not spending time on studying certain things. They're just writing email, and it takes significant time for me to answer it. And goal of this video is to give a brief overview about my website. Also, we added some new products and some new chapters. I think this is the right time to do the update. And first, we are a small company, TCRastrs Electronics. You can contact us. Here is a contact forms and working email to send it. Also, you can see that we are located in European Union, in a small country, Latvia. And typically, when you visit our website, TCRastrs.com, you are reaching that web. We have two types of products. Under the products, there are finished products, and you can see this is our hero product, TCR 1200 Pro Kit. There are several versions of that. And then another active product is TCR 200, which is based on IcePower 200 ACE2 board. This is TPA 3255 board, but professionally designed with integrated power supply in it, and we built a kit for that. Most of our products are dedicated to do-it-yourself audience and everyone who wants to work with the hands and has some interest in audio. All kits are built in a way that you don't need in-depth electronic knowledge, or practically you don't need any electronic knowledge to build it together. And let's quickly go through the products. The first product is our hero product, TCR 1200 Pro. There is a brief introduction about that. There are two videos, one explaining details about the kit, in-depth review of the kit, of the board and other things. Second one, how to put everything together and build really world-class, absolute high-end amplifier based on IcePower 1200 AS2 board. Some technical information and also customer feedbacks. Is also asking, is it good or not? Is it better than Purify or better than Hypex? And so on and so on. Actually, those are realistic customer feedback. Some of them are really emotional. And I think it's due to the success of the project. When they bought a kit and they bought a board separately, they put it together, then it worked unexpectedly good, exceeding expectations, because in most cases expectations are moderate, and when you get a real experience, you're really happy about a result. I have several versions of that. I have with fan and without fan cooling, with professional grade connectors and with the consumer grade connectors. You have choices to choose a product. And sometimes when you are looking for integrated version, I offer it, but I think it is wise to buy a board and kit separately, because then you have a direct relationship with a board supplier. Mostly those are large companies, like in US it's Parts Express, in European Union it's Sound Import. At the end of the video I will attach a link to a long video about those designs, and there is also a covered part where you can buy and in the details. For those who has a legacy IcePower 125 X2 boards, and those boards are first generation IcePower boards and sold in large quantities. Today we have third version of this board. They look the same, the dimensions are the same, but this was so successful board that IcePower did plenty of improvement there. Here is how this integrated kit looks like, and when we look at the pictures, you can look at a larger. This is a kit. We are not selling them together with the boards, but preamp board, which is heart of this design, it is included. You only need IcePower boards. So such kit, and you can build amazing quality 450 watt audio amplifier, especially when you have those boards on hands. And I'm pretty sure that there are plenty of people with those boards which has been bought in a previous generation designs. You can use them and create something amazing using this kit. Those who are looking for best possible audio reproduction, so the next step after just a good amplifier, active speaker systems, and our philosophy that we try to combine consumer and professional world together, that we can use best from the both worlds and build future active speaker systems. Here is one of this example. What we are offering, for example, this particular kit, the selling kit is based on IcePower 1200 board and 200 Ace 2 boards, two of them in one rack mount unit. It's 2U unit, and you can get amazing quality, where for woofer you will have about 600 watts and you can drive any woofer, and of course for mid-range and tweeters you don't need too much power. That 150 watts, 100 watts is okay. And the kit is meant to work with 4-ohm systems and 8-ohm systems. In active speaker systems you can mix the loads, you can put 4-ohm speakers for mid-range and tweeter, and 8-ohm speakers for a woofer, or vice versa. So it's great. This system has a balanced inputs, and you can use professional crossovers. I would say that for a home usage you don't need even digital crossover. It's fine with a active analog professional crossover from Behringer, from DBX, and you will build exceptionally good system. Another big chapter is a warehouse sellout. Often people see my videos that I'm publishing in a YouTube and asking, could I buy one or another device? In reality, for me it's very hard to sell low cost products due to the shipping costs. Shipping costs are fixed worldwide. It's 25 euros for any device. And you know, when a device cost is, let's say, about 60 euros, then shipping costs are more than third of the price. So this is one area where I can't compete with my China colleagues, because government is sponsoring those small businesses, and I can sell small items. I can't. And this is why for warehouse sellout there is a disclaimer message that we are not able to sell anything below 100 euros. That means if you want to buy something and I put some cheaper units, you should buy several units or add several products and at least reach a 100 euros threshold that I would be able to sell something. That's a life. Really, I'm not able to compete with this non-fair competition with my China colleagues with the cheap devices. Otherwise, I would be able to build some devices below 100 euros. In European Union, we have, let's say, honest competition there, and I accept it, and I think this is a right way to do it. I put several products there, mostly for local market, not international, especially those TPA 3255 type of boards. Also, there is a video for each of this board and explain it how good they are. There could be good devices also built on a China manufactured boards, but with the China boards it's very difficult to build something. They have a short lifespan, and short lifespan means no warranties. Actually, all those warehouse sellout are sold for a minimum price, doesn't have any warranties, doesn't have any support from my side. So when you buy, then you are advanced do-it-yourself person and take all the risks. But sometimes people are ready for that, and you can do it. So I put additional pictures that you can see how this device is made, and you can see it's non-painted covers. It's high quality aluminium alloy chassis. So chassis are designed as a specialized chassis for this particular board. So those are optimum. And some people asking, what is your advantage for the TPA3255? I would say I collected certain boards which passed my quality threshold, and you can see here is a fan, here is a heatsink, and this board truly can do the maximum what TPA3255 is capable of. It's 250 watts on 4 ohms, and this small unit can do it. This particular board has this parallel bridged capacity and can work with a 2 ohms load. Of course, you need additional power supply. I'm not supplying power supplies, but there are plenty of China manufactured power supplies that you can use with those designs. When I'm buying some boards for tests, I put videos online and sell some prototypes. Those are not regular products. Several types, several size. I personally like this board. It's also parallel bridged board, and adding small fan you can run it at a maximum performance. For example, this particular board has plus minus 12 volt power supply built on a board, and they're feeding per amp stage, and it gives some extra advantage. It's tuned properly for linear amplitude frequency characteristics for a 4 ohms, and this is right design for a parallel bridged configurations. And also you can run it at a maximum at 250 clean watts output. That means you need a 48 volt power supply and 10 amps capable. Then you can really shine with that design. But we are not going to build them as a products. So sometimes there is one, two. Those who will has higher demand, we will put also with non-painted boxes just keeping minimum price, and you can buy it for fun. Some other nice prototype for home cinema and active speaker systems. This particular design probably will become a product in the next 12 months. You can see the concept. Concept is when you rack mount with professional connectors and 8-pole output speakers, where you can get all channels out, and this is 8 times 150 watts capable. Practically you can drive any mid-size 3-way speaker system with a confidence. The core market is active speaker systems, but of course it's good also as a home cinema when you use satellites together with subwoofer. What is worth mentioning, those are China high quality boards based on TPA3255. You can configure them in balanced and unbalanced. Sometimes when you need unbalanced, then we can modify those designs. Those are not yet in a large quantities, but well priced, good designs. You can see industrial grade, medical grade power supplies feeding them, large value capacitor with a low equivalent series resistance, adding extra bass. And it is fantastic product in my point of view. For that money you can't buy, you can't make. We are thinking about a product. And this is probably one of the board who survived through the 3 or 4 years. And this is very good board with a good quality based on reference design provided by Texas Instruments. There's no specific additional or extra innovations done. They just copy paste of reference design. Only simplification is that this large capacitor has been removed from the PCB, but when you put it like outside, then you get back all the quality what is possible to get from TPA3255 chipset. Under request we can put everything together, also provide active crossover. For international sales we are using Behringer. But most of those designs are 220 volts. When you need 110 volts, we should write me an email, and then we find out a solution for that. For US market, we have such a combination of 8-channel amplifier and active crossover. It's also a Behringer crossover because it has a wide input voltage, and this combination, when you put it together, the maximum height is a 2U. You can build active speaker system, and it sounds fantastic. Also, we are using professional speak-on 8-pole speak-on outputs. Those we are providing with a solution. In a moment when you get rid of passive crossover, you are at the next level of audio reproduction. Those who has large woofers, we offer different kits. For example, this kit is for 500 watt capable low frequency amplifier, and it is compatible with the two IcePower 200 IS2 boards, which are not supplied in. So such prototype also we are selling when this part is already assembled, and then you finish with the two boards. For example, you have them in stock, and this will be very capable active speaker system. For those who has IcePower 125A6 boards on hands, with the 4 boards you can build also fantastic active speaker system capable for a woofer 450 watts, and for the tweeters about 100 watts. Active cooling, everything done for I would say advanced do-it-yourself people. About the price we can always discuss. For those warehouse sellouts, we can talk about the price. But as I mentioned, there is no warranties, and there is no some extra support from my side. You should be capable to put everything together. This is why I'm saying that do-it-yourself advanced customers. I have some old stock with IcePower 125A62 boards, and we put a couple of amplifiers also together for customers. But limited warranty is offered for that, and we mainly work with a nice price, and everything is put together, tested, and so on. In case someone wants really good amplifier, it is really good amplifier, then it is some option what you can consider. And I think this is a hero product for active speaker systems when everything is assembled in one box, and this is optimized for the quality and price. And you can see that here is industrial 500 per channel board with additional volume regulation. There is a medical grade power supply for mid-range and tweeter board. Here is a closer look at that design. You can see this is medical grade, meanwhile really good power supply. Here everything is integrated, industrial board. You can regulate and balance low frequencies to match perfect balance, sonic balance, and of course there is TPA 3255 based board for mid-range and tweeter. Sound is fantastic. When I'm demonstrating to my customers, they can't believe that you can make something so great using relatively budget boards. But as I mentioned, in a moment when you're moving from passive speakers to active speaker concept, once you are driving each speaker with separate amplifier, it's very easy load for audio amplifier, and any amplifier start to perform at a maximum capability. Those detailizations, precisions, placement, and many other things you can correct for a particular place where you want to listen. And those who want a really advanced system can use a digital crossovers. You can offer phase linearity and so many other things just using that concept. And this design we are planning to convert in a product. Currently this is at the prototyping stage, but pretty much after tests I'm really happy with the result, and we will make a product. Core thing is really negotiate the right pricing for the boards that have good price for customer and also have a target profit margins, so that put everything together. And we will use a silent fan. It will be silent, and also for advanced do-it-yourself people who are capable to really tune your three-way systems. And what happens when you have such a design? You can upgrade your speakers just with a small modification, bypassing passive crossover, connecting them in active, and then setting up active crossover, which is located pre or power amplifiers, and you will have fantastic system. You can drive any speaker, any reasonable speaker what you have at home. I personally like this concept and this design. When we put it together, everything is logical, perfect, and optimum. Typical question is where I can see prices, and for my large surprise, people don't recognize that there's shop. We put a menu here, shop, and here, shop, and let's use that button, and you can see all products are there. Here under the category you can take warehouse sellout, and then you have warehouse sellout products. You can put the kits, and then you have kits what we have for you. And just to remind, kits means that amplify boards are not included, and we're trying as much as possible use industrial boards, because those are lasting in a market for a long time, and you have warranties, and you have a good seller channels where you can buy. With active speaker systems, those choices are lower due to some price constraints. But I think for that 8-channel amplifier, this is very good price, and for a system, it comes with all wires. We try to keep moderate price for people who really wants to build something great. How you can assemble them in different ways. For example, in this particular sample, we put it together using professional rack mount stands. Costs are really reasonable for that. You can put it together, and then you have a system which you can move from place to place, or use as a standalone amplification system. Everything is integrated, and footprint is not larger than a normal, not high-end amplifier, I would say. In most cases, it's smaller. Rack mount concept allows you to combine two worlds. You can use professional world, and you can use consumer world or consumer market. A professional market is really rational, and as you know, the most of musicians are not wealthy guys. They're really enthusiastic until they become famous. They live pretty challenging life, really counting money, and there are so many great audio equipment for reasonable prices to developed for them. And when we combine those two markets, we can build a high-end system with reasonable costs. And using those categories, of course, you can find integrated amplifiers or kits. If you use more, then here you should place load more, and then you see all products. Otherwise, it's short. Website platform, we choose Wix, and also we use Wix e-commerce, and payment options are only PayPal. At the checkout, you can see only PayPal. Why use only PayPal? We want to use a PayPal customer security or payment security. In that case, we don't have extra responsibilities about the credit cards or some stress about the security. So we want to remove any responsibility regarding that payment security. World is becoming really aggressive, and different hackers and other type of people are continuously looking how to crack some sites, and we don't want to keep that responsibility at our side. The big guy, PayPal, is responsible for payment processes and security as well. And the last item, those who want to contact us, you can see a contact form. Submit your message, and typically we're answering in 24 hours. Now, rarely happens and it takes longer time. How to buy? Practically you can buy everything in a web shop, and as I said, if you have some special request, you can write an email. We don't guarantee that we can make everything, but sometimes we can combine some interesting offers for you. Regarding pricing terms and shipping, I have a bit outdated video, but most of concepts are there. Then you click on it.
TCR 1200.
Yeah, there is some video about it. What else do I have? For product support, I have YouTube channel, and in this YouTube channel mostly explaining different concepts and some theory, number of videos dedicated to topics about IcePower amplifiers, about good amplifiers, some conceptual things, some educational things, reviews of some boards, many different things. Case by case, I'm also showing some new devices which I'm buying in case I like them. Also something for advanced do-it-yourself people like PCB milling and other stuff which may be valuable for advanced do-it-yourself specialists interested in electronics. Through several years I put many videos and explained several concepts. Generally my videos are well rated, that I'm trying to keep them really neutral and explanation is balanced, putting some effort how to structure my story and how to also do some visual presentations for that. So everything is there. I would say my channel is kind of product support channel with additional educational content. In my videos, I also referring to the good sites and good sources, information sources, what you can use for further self-education. How to find my website, TCRastrs.com, and all information is there. Just spend some time, and when you are interested about the prices, use a shop. And for contacts, use a contact form, and I will try answer. Welcome to my site.